half innings.
And he gets the ball to the manager, and respect to Olich, he's going to be looking at Matt Wolf later and be like, man, I was out.
Hey, we were
I was
there,
out.
Man. We were out of there. Matt Wolf is going to hook him up with something, I'm sure, Josh, because that is definitely coming back to bite them. As he's showing, as we said, one tag away from getting out of this inning. And just like that, down 4 runs in this inning.
He came in with an ERA of 3.34 and has given up 5. I mean, for that Dawgs pen, it gives them a little bit more time to figure out. I would assume Frazier's not coming back in. So see who they got to have next. And just, waiting out for the word on who the new pitcher is here for the Bombers.
Wow, what a turn of events here, Josh. And bottom of the 4th. As you said, we look to be outdone, completely over with this inning. 2 quick outs picked up by the Bombers. Looked like yet another inning, and here we go with 2 outs.
So Jacob Castaneda from Narco, California. He's attending San Bernardino Valley College. He's a freshman there. He comes in with an 8.15 ERA. He has 2 losses on the year. He has 1 save. He's pitched 35 innings, 23 strikes, 22 walks, 49 hits against him. Last time against Okotoks, he pitched 2.5 innings. He walked 2, 3 hit him, 2 earned runs.
Yeah, don't let the slight stature fool you, Josh. Jacob Castaneda has got it going. Typical side armor. Hard to pick the ball up out of his hands. Look for him to really use that to his advantage here. Only looking to secure 1 out to get out of this inning.
And Tucker Zadunich will be up next. The Dawgs were almost done in this inning, and then an error helped them double up the lead now. And for the Bombers, you had a run lead in this game, and now you're trailing by 4 runs, Jermaine.
Yeah, all in the span of 1 inning as well. How quickly things can change. Nonetheless, if you're the Bombers, you've got to take a look and say we're just 1 out away. All we need is 1 right now to get out of here and kind of cut this bleeding off.
2 outs as Tucker Zadunich comes up. Here's the pitch. That goes down for a strike, so 0-1 count.
Backdoor curve to start it off for Castaneda, Josh. Gets him on the outside half of the plate. It's a good-looking pitch to start things out. Can go absolutely anywhere from here.
That one goes in too. So just like that, Castaneda comes out of the pen and has an 0-2 count with 2 outs.
How about a backdoor curveball and a front door curveball back-to-back from each other to get 2 strikes? Now you can really go anywhere. The world is yours, Jacob. How about that?
How about that? 1, 2, 3 sits him down. But the Dawgs get 2 RBI doubles in this inning and put up 5 runs to take an 8-4 lead as we head to the top of the 5th. So Noah Geeky, who had a nice outreaching catch last time. Jermaine, we've seen him get a steal and a few other great things in this game, and he will be up to bat first here and see if the Dawgs can add more to this already big lead.
No doubt, Josh. Huge spot here for Geeky.
Castaneda, he comes back in the game too, Jermaine. He's got a 2-1 count right now.
Yeah, he sure does, Josh. As we saw, made quick work of the Dawgs offense last half inning, and he's out here doing the same thing as he's even this thing up here at 2-2 against Geeky.
It's 3-2 count. Noah Geeky seeing what he can get here, and due up next will be Joe Morrow. Oh, that one is a spine tingler.
No doubt, Josh. Castaneda trying to go inside, just a little too inside on that full count offering.
And is that a problem sometimes you have those sidearms? Is some of the direction with pitches like that?
Definitely, Josh. When you got right-handed sidearm against a right-handed hitter, not a whole lot of margin for error there. And if you're trying to go inside, you're working with a couple of inches to be able to let go of that ball and get it over. Castaneda showing right there how close that margin of error actually is.
So Noah Geeky comes and gets on after a hit by pitch. And there's a strike right there as Joe Morrow's up.
Tell you, Castaneda, Josh, really doing his thing, racking up the quick
Geeky
strikes.
goes, and he's going to pick up his second steal of the game. Oh, I thought for a second he was going to round and try to get to third. He had a chance.
He did have a chance. I don't know if he
I don't know why
realized.
he stopped, actually.
I don't think he saw that Costin didn't have his head up. And might have got in there if he was looking.
So 0-2 count on Morrow right now. Is it almost a scenario now if you're Morrow, do you consider like laying down a bunt maybe, Jermaine?
Could be tough with two strikes. You don't want to risk that. 2 strikes laying down a bunt, never a good idea because you can get out easily like that. But
maybe a routine out to first, and they pick up their first out of the inning. Connor Croson due up.
Let's see what Croson can do to move along Geeky.
So Croson, Joe Morrow, by the way, now 0 for 2 on the night after, and I believe he was hit by a pitch once today too. So Croson now will come in and try to bring in another run here as the Dawgs lead 8-4. These two teams, it's funny how the season goes sometimes, Jermaine. They met up to start off the season here at the ballpark. They're going to end the season facing each other tomorrow in Brooks, and potentially will be off in the playoffs. It's funny how the schedule all worked out that way.
No doubt, Josh. These teams only a couple of hours away from each other as well, geographically speaking. So they know each other very well. They've gotten to learn each other very well over the course of this season. And if they really face each other in the first round of the playoffs, Josh, they are going to be some raucous crowds with some unbelievably closely contested games as well.
Betcha. The Dawgs right now are on track to have a record-breaking 42 wins in the WCBL.
Unbelievable, Josh. Witnessing history right in front of our eyes like this. How about it? Your Okotoks doggies barking loudest yet again, and the bite just as vicious.
That one goes outside. So Castaneda really having some problem with direction right now in position of that ball, Jermaine.
Yeah, it can be tough, Josh. Side armors, when it comes to location, can be a little bit harder, especially as you really start to rack up the pitches in one given inning. Jacob Castaneda did a good job out of the gate, kind of missing here, trying to hit that outside corner, but just unable to do so in those last couple offerings.
Got Cross in the bite on that one, so it gets it to a 2-2 count. Cedillo up due next, and then we're back to the top of the order for the Dawgs.
Just to go back to the pitching, Josh, and we've seen it all game long, that outside corner getting called for strikes. You love to see that if you're a pitcher, because outside corner is your best friend when you're a pitcher, Josh. So when you're getting those strike calls across on corner black, you've got so many things you're able to do. And we're seeing a great example of that from both sides today, as they're doing a good job controlling the outside corner.
Action in both pens right now, too. So Castaneda has probably somewhat of a shorter leash than we've seen before. And the Dawgs, they're just going to go a pitcher and inning. I do wonder if they will bring out Wilkinson then to close this game out. And if you haven't seen Wilkinson and this is your first time watching WCB, okay, that one is going back, back, hitting the side of the wall there, but it looked like it had enough just from the crack of the bat.
Sure did, Josh. Ball is absolutely jumping tonight for both sides. Spotting it as well. You love to see big offense, and that is definitely what we're getting a dose of here at Siemens Stadium tonight.
I don't know how many doubles we've seen, like 3 or 4 doubles tonight, Jimmy.
Racking them up, Josh, I tell you. Warning track getting a beat down out there.
So Crossan's 2 for 2 now in this game, and that brings up Ruben Cedillo. Cedillo has 1 out, and he has both runners in scoring position right now. That one goes down for a strike.
It's tough. Cedillo kind of grits right there. It's like, hey, you got to know that outside strike. It's been getting called all night. Time to adjust that batter's eye a little bit and see what you can do. Get something grooving the opposite direction.
Ooh, nice little break on that one. Maybe falls at the right time.
No doubt. That one is really outside. Ruben is trying to get an explanation there, but nonetheless, 0-2. Readjust, reassess, protect mode, engaged.
Cedillo is still looking for his first hit in this game. That one goes outside for a ball, so 1-2 count. 1 out right now, 2-1 here at the bottom of the 5th. Sylvan Lake and Fort Max still 2-0 for those watching and wanting to keep track for their Bombers. Big swing and a miss, so Castaneda picks up his 24th strikeout of the year, and Cedillo is 0 for 3 in the game as we go back to the start of the lineup.
Great bounce back there. Jacob Castaneda making it happen, Josh, digging himself out of that jam and getting that strikeout to go as well. And just like that, 2 down. Remember what happened last time they had 2 down, Josh. It was the start of a huge rally. We'll see if that mirrors here in this inning as well.
Brandon Luther, 1 and 2 so far in this game. 350 on the year. 31 RBI. Let's see if he can launch a few more. He gets that one. That one goes down to left. It should be routine for Morton, and it is. So the Dawgs leave 2 stranded, and they still lead 8-4 as we head to the top of the 6th.